Problem-based learning is now a widespread teaching method in disciplines where students must learn to apply knowledge, not just acquire it. Interest in problem-based learning arose in higher education in response to criticism that programs in professional areas such as medicine, engineering, or other professional fields fail to equip graduates with the problem-solving skills required for a lifetime of learning. Problem-based learning derives from the theory that learning is a process in which the learner actively constructs knowledge. Learning results from a learner's actions. Instruction plays a role only to the extent that it enables and fosters constructive activities. Three major theoretical principles support the practice of problem-based learning. 1. Learning is a constructive process. 2. Knowing affects learning. That is called metacognition. 3. Social and cultural factors affecting learning. Learning occurs when students are able to make connections of new information with knowledge and experiences they have already assimilated. Explicit attention should be paid to students' existing knowledge base and the activation of this knowledge to provide a framework for learning. Facilitating the processing of new information and helping students to construct meaningful connections is regarded as the basic requirement for teaching and learning. Problem-based learning promotes students' active engagement with learning. Learning becomes an act of discovery as students examine the problem, research its background, analyze possible solutions, develop a proposal, and produce a final result. Not only is this active learning more interesting and engaging for students, it also develops a greater understanding of the material science. Students find the information for themselves and then actively use the information and their skills to complete the project. Metacognition is the process of knowing how one knows or learns. Good students can detect when they understand or do not understand new information and know when to use different strategies to decipher new knowledge and experiences. They are able to judge the difficulty of problems and assess their own progress in resolving them. Problem-based learning gives students opportunities to monitor their own learning and assess their own progress. Effective instruction is placed in the context of complex and meaningful problem-solving situations. The emphasis is on learning in the context in which students will work later on. Students study concepts over an extended period of time in a variety of contexts. Students make a greater attempt to understand and remember when they see connections between the materials they study and their own lives. Problem-based learning deals with problems that are as close to real-life situations as possible. In small group work, the learner's exposure to alternate points of view is a real challenge to initial understanding. The main goal of problem-based learning is to provide students with opportunities to apply knowledge, not just acquire it. Problem-based learning focuses on problem formulation as well as problem solving. It seeks to stimulate real-world and research and development. The main features of problem-based learning are: Number 1, learning is a student-centered activity. Students make choices about how and what they want to learn. 2, learning occurs in small student groups and promotes collaborative learning. 3, teachers are facilitators or guides or coaches. 4, problems from the organizing, focus and stimulus for learning. 5, Problems are a vehicle for the development of authentic problem solving skills. And finally, number 6, new information is acquired through self-directed learning. Acquisition of an integrated knowledge base and development of effective self-directed learning and teamwork skills must precede problem-based learning. The success of problem-based learning is contingent upon the design of good problems. There are some guidelines in designing problems. Number 1, effective problem descriptions focus on student-generated issues and do not include lists of questions to be answered. Number 2, problems are ill-defined, complex, multifaceted, in which there is no single best answer. Number 3, effective problems should result in motivation for self-study. In the problem-based learning experiences, students find that learning is more interesting and engaging, and they develop a greater understanding of the subject. Fundamentals, because they find the information for themselves and actively use the information to complete their projects. Through self-assessment and colleague assessment activities, students are able to monitor their own learning, assess their progress, and evaluate their own and their colleagues' contributions to the success of the projects. Moreover, with an emphasis on learning in real-world contexts, students see the connections between the subject matter and their own professional interests. Log on to my website www.asifjmeer.com. Also visit my blog at asifjmeer.wordpress.com. You will find a wealth of knowledge. I hope you will benefit. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Have a great day.